next Wednesday.
The date was amazing. We met up with his friends, and they're just like us.
They've been open to new experiences, but are they ready for what comes next?
So where you been?
What do you mean?
I just don't want you waking up one day saying you had enough and you're ready for me to leave.
Zach, come here.
They're talking about having the bail revoked.
They coming to get me.
Who is this?
Why you even care?
Because I want to know where our child fits in, that's why.
Tyler Perry Sistas. All new episode next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Missniecytv, and I'm here to break down the trailer for Sistas Season 6, Episode 15. The trailer starts off and we see Andy telling Karen about her date with Jordan. How Jordan and his friends are just like Andy and the rest of the girls. Looks like Karen comes over to Andy's house after she goes to see Zach, and Zach is not giving her any attention. Like, girl, what was your point of even going over there in the first place? Then we see Andy getting a phone call from somebody. I wonder if it's Jordan or if it's Gary. Most likely it's Jordan to ask her out again. Or it might be Gary to see how the date went. Gary probably be like, oh, you actually went out on a date? I thought you was playing, but you was for real? He's probably going to try to like guilt trip her to see if she'll fall for it again. But she won't, because she really had a good time with Jordan. Then we see Zach, Fatima, and little Michael in the grocery store. And they're looking at Karen like, please don't come up here starting any mess. We already had a terrible night. Please don't add any more stress to us right now. Then over at Danny's, we see Danny trying to sneak into her house. You wouldn't have to sneak into your house, sis, if you would have just called Preston and told him where you were. I guess Danny didn't do too well of sneaking in the house because Preston wakes up and he's like, where you been? Wouldn't be asking you all these questions if he wasn't being so sneaky. And then we see Preston and Danny having a conversation the next morning. And Preston's like, I don't want you to wake up one day and be like, this is not what you want anymore. And Danny's all like, what do you mean? Danny, you know exactly what he means. Preston knows you very well, whether you want to believe it or not, and he knows when you're acting different. He knows you very well whether you want to believe it or not. He knows that you're very wishy-washy with your feelings. He knows that when you're not satisfied, you're going to go find somebody else. Over at Zach and Fatima's, we see Fatima examining little Michael, and she must see some bruises because she calls Zach downstairs to show him as well. No child should be subject to this type of abuse, and we don't know which one of Heather's boyfriends left those bruises on little Michael, because it could be Jimmy or it could be J Bones. And I'm like, Heather, there is no reason why you have all these men coming in and out your house. You barely know them, and why would you leave your child in the care of them? Just because they give you money and give you nice things, that doesn't mean that they're good people. Over at Maurice and Calvin's, we see Sabrina coming over, and she's talking to Maurice, and she's telling him that he was right about bail. She's also talking to them about bail possibly being revoked. And I'm like, they can't really revoke your bail, Sabrina, because you didn't do anything wrong. Maurice went in there trying to confess, and they realized that he was lying, and to protect you and him, and they locked up Q. So you have nothing to worry about. Then we see Fatima opening the door, and it looks like she's opening the door for Karen. And I'm like, didn't Fatima tell you not to show up at her house no more, and why are you doing random pop-ups? You gonna mess around and find out, and it's not gonna be pretty. What could you possibly be showing up at their house for? You're not gonna come in there and apologize. You better not be coming there to ask for no money, because it's gonna be a no. They have bigger and better responsibilities now, and Zach shouldn't have gave you that money in the first place. You did it out the kindness of his heart. You might have to break down and ask Aaron for the money, or Andy. I know you ain't want to do it, but you was dumb and stupid enough to rip up a check. So that's your fault. Back at the grocery store, we see Karen staring at Zach and his son. She's like, who's this? And Zach is like, why do you even care? She's like, I care because I want to know where my child fits into it. Karen, you would know where your child fit into it if you would stop fabricating DNA test results and actually tell the truth. Karen says something slick, and then Zach says, let's go. Because Zach and Fatima don't have time for Karen shenanigans. And Karen, I don't even know why you would try to start some mess in the grocery store. But I do remember Fatima telling Zach that when the whole situation went down with her when Karen in the grocery store, she felt so small and humiliated, and I hope that this situation gives her the type of vindication and validation that she needs. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. Bye!